Imagineering. What is Imagineering? Why should we be studying this? You must have these questions in your mind, but it is more important than designing for AR and VR. If you lack imagination, you limit yourself. In few years, our desktop and mobile interfaces will look outdated. So I'm very clear from a design perspective that it's all about imagination. And for the users, it's all about expanding their imagination. Computer helped us to extend our work limit. And then came era of e-commerce in early 20s. It helped us to extend e-commerce. It's all about extending information reach. Likewise, AR and VR is helping us to extend our visualization reach. It helps us to extend experience reach. Let's see this Disney video on Imagineering. Let's see how they do what they do.
Many of the things that seem impossible now will become realities tomorrow.
This is not Santa's workshop.
Walt created Imagineering to reflect the new type of entertainment he wanted to create for Disneyland. Today we have Imagineers all around the world working in 140 different disciplines.
Pioneering new forms of entertainment and taking you to magical places.
This new innovation will allow our guests to see many of our attractions in a whole new light.
Remy actually likes to dance. He picks up the beat of the music and starts dancing to the music.
Guests at home are playing a virtual version, riding at exactly the same time as the guests in the park.
It's a real mix of science and thrill.
Blending creative imagination with technical know-how.
We would like our audio animatronic figures to interact with the guests, and this is a way for us to rapidly prototype this kind of interaction.
By bringing our characters to life and making them very interactive, we had a very powerful effect on our guests.
You're awesome, dude!
He's taking real questions and talking back to kids in real time.
You're awesome, dude!
In the case of WALL-E, the real challenge was to have a performance that would make him look like the WALL-E robot in the movie.
WALL-E! His eyes can zoom in and out with the lenses so he can look like he's focusing in on you.
Disney is famous for having a lot of details, so the closer you look at something, the more you see.
We hide the technology behind the show, and it has to be invisible, because at the end, people want to be entertained.
Most importantly, it's not just an assembly of little pieces, but it tells one big sweeping story.
The things that we do are so complex, and yet our goal is to make them look like magic to our guests.
It's always amazing when you envision something in your mind and you see the thing in dimension and you see guests enjoying it.
As Imagineers, our greatest challenge and our greatest delight is to tell stories.
Hit me with some dust.
Magical things can happen. This is where that is possible.
In this video, we saw how Disney, through their imagination with the help of engineering, turned into reality. Imagineering is a word made by joining two words, imagine and engineering. Imagineering means letting your imagination flow and then engineering it down.